Ohio, konnichiwa, konbanwa, good morning, good day, good evening, wherever you are tuning in from. Welcome to episode 2, I guess, of the Tokyo Joshi Roundup. This is second of my new weekly Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling Twitch show. So what we do here, we watch the free match of the week, and then we talk all things TJPW, everything that's happened this week. So they haven't actually released the free match for this week yet, so we will be watching a slightly old one. Given that it is Wednesday night, you know what that means. It is AEW Dynamite tonight. It's going to be a pretty good show, I think. We're going to watch Yuka Sakazaki versus Suzume. This was Yuka's last match in TJPW before going over to AEW for her excursion. Yuka had a really good showing against Penelope Ford. I think she's been on Dark and Elevation as well. Maybe we'll see her tonight. Who knows? But this is a good match. A very, very good match. We're just going to jump right into it, and then we've got a load of things to discuss after this. It's going to be fun. So we have the international superstar, I guess now, Yuka Sakazaki, AEW favourite, against Suzume, who is 100% the future of this promotion. She doesn't have as much experience as Yuka, obviously. Is still very young, very fresh in the business, but I think she's going to be fantastic. She's going to be a star. I think this match you really get to see it. Just like Yuka's ability. Yuka's absolutely fantastic. I think this is the second time they've faced each other one-on-one as well. I think it's the start of something brilliant. I think, you know, give it another year, 18 months down the line, I'm pretty sure they're going to have a fantastic encounter together. Not really one for star ratings these days, but I think in the future these two could pull a 5-star at the mark easily. That bridge from Suzume, fantastic, just absolutely fantastic. Yuka trying to break it, but oh, she counters. So Yuka Sakazaki, obviously everybody knows, is the magical girl. It's her character. Suzume is somebody who takes her character is kind of inspired by a bee. So she wears that sort of black and yellow outfit and has the honeycomb pattern on. It's one of my favourite things about TJPW is you just have a whole host of like really unique standout personalities. Like, you have people who may not be the most gifted or, you know, have the most technical ability. I mean, speaking of technical ability, Yuka's got it all. Like, look at that nice bridge up from Suzume there. Nope, it's out of 2. Yeah, you might have people who might not be the most talented technical wrestlers or best high flyers in the world, but everybody has a fantastic character. It's a really just good, fun, character-driven promotion. You also get to see the striking power of Yuka Sakazaki as well. Like, obviously she's small, but she packs a lot of power for her size. Some nasty looking forearm shots. She just kind of do it all really. Like, fantastic high flying skills you see with her like 450 splash that she does, the magical girl splash. Some great technical abilities and just like great ring awareness. And then, yeah, when it comes to it, she can hit hard. Looking for a submission there. Is it some sort of Kimura lock she's going for, maybe? Or trying for? Anaconda Vice style hold. And also sort of locked around the front as well. It's quite interesting. Suzume crawling over to the ropes. Okay, hooking that leg, hooking it away. Fantastic. Great ring awareness. just manages to get to the ropes. A nice roll through there. And she takes it off. Ooh. Roll up. But it's going to take more than that to put away Yuka Sakazaki. Ooh, nice. Suzume's been watching Noah. I feel like, again, it's another benefit like TJPW has from being under that Cyberfight banner. You've got a, I guess, essentially partnership or ownership by Cyberfight, which means obviously they work very closely with DDT and Noah, so being able to have really good regular access to those wrestlers and just some of the greatest minds in wrestling, I think, is just doing fantastic. I've seen a lot of people really sort of step up their in-ring abilities over the past year, and to really sort of bring that Cyberfight, I guess, roster together. And there's that strength coming into play. It just makes it look so easy. Like, you know, like Suzume isn't the biggest, heaviest opponent in the world, but just the way Yuka just scoops her up, slams her down, makes it look so easy. But it's going to take more to put away the B. Rolls through. Ooh, Suzume ready for that kick. Doesn't dodge that drop kick though. It's one of my favourite little moves that Yuka Sakazaki does. Just that roll through stop kick looks so nice. Yuka blocks the roll up attempt. Suzume escapes. I realised the last episode that we watched on here, last match we watched on here was a match that featured Miyu Yamashita versus Suzume. I think this very quickly could turn into the let's just watch Suzume get beat up segment. She's so good. She's easily the future ace of the company. She's going to go off the top. Nope. Hesitated too long. Yuka Sakazaki fearless. Absolutely fearless from the top rope here. Like if you saw her match against Miyu Yamashita at Cyberfight Festival, like there was the spot where she did like a suplex off the top onto the apron to Miyu Yamashita, and it just looked like just terrifying and painful. It's a crossbody there. It's going to take a lot more to put away Yuka. Straight back on her. Locking in that choke, but just the strength of Yuka once again can just throw her off. And again, great show of strength. Close that time. Oh, look at that. Such a cool little roll-up pin attempt. Yuka counters and just holds there. I feel like Yuka Sakazaki is somebody who, like, you just have a fantastic match with anybody. I think the majority of the match that she had against Penelope Ford on AEW last week was great. Absolutely fantastic. And just even the way, like clearly she didn't really do a finish. So when she does her finish off the rope, does like the Magical Girl 450 splash, like she didn't quite do that, but managed to like to turn herself in the air. So I guess Penelope was too far away. Here we go. Again, just the strength, power on display. She hits the magical merry-go-round, slams her down. And she's done it. No way Suzume could have recovered from that. But she put up a great fight. A fantastic fight. Every step of the way. Some great work there from Suzume. Just great work. Let's get into the fun stuff though. So last week we had made my predictions for the Tokyo Princess Cup, so the 8th Tokyo Princess Cup, and it did not go exactly how I predicted at all. I did get some of them right, which I'm happy with. I got some of them wrong, which again I'm also very happy with. I think it's one of the things I'm loving about TJPW is that a lot of it feels a little bit unpredictable, but in a good way. There's somebody who is still relatively new to following the promotion. He's only been following it for, I guess, a bit over a year at this point. Been regularly following it. So last time I predicted that here Mirai Marumi would get the win over Mizuki. So she got the win over Pom. But Mizuki managed to beat her in a fantastic match. Just a great match. I think, again, Mirai is someone who's going to be up there with Suzume in the future. So the semi-final bracket looks like this. We've got coming up on... I guess the quarter-final bracket, sorry, looks like this. We've got coming up in 3 days' time, so the 31st of July. We have Miyu Yamashita takes on Mizuki. Maki Ito takes on Suzume. I got this part of the bracket right. Miyu Watanabe takes on Yuki Aino, which I thought that was quite a surprise. I got this part of the bracket wrong here. I had Miyu going through. I think Miyu's potentially a shoe-in to even win it this year. And then I had Yuki Arai. I had them telling the story of Yuki Arai, using her sort of popularity as an idol to push through in this tournament and really sort of shine, because she's fantastic. She hasn't been wrestling long at all. Had very, very few matches, but every single time she's just gotten better every time, and she just gets it. I feel like she's just somebody who gets it. She understands what wrestling's about fully. She's got ring awareness down, she's got a character down, she's got a pretty good moveset that she's always evolving as well. She's definitely still a rookie, definitely still has to get some experience under her belt, but I think she could potentially be like an ace of the company one day if she decides to stick with this for long term. I think she's fantastic. But she did get beat by Yuki Aino, which was cool. It was cool to see that. And then obviously Aino beat her in an Echo, and then we have a third quarterfinal there, Miyu Watanabe versus Yuki Aino. And then our final one, we have, again, I got this one quite wrong potentially too. We have Hikari Noah lost to Rika Tatsumi. Rika Tatsumi beat Hyper Mizuo, which I thought Mizuo would have went through and we get Mizuo versus Shoko, but Rika's gone through, and then Shoko's gone through as well, which I predicted correctly on that one. So I think overall I got like 5 of the 8 right, which is more than half. It's good going, I think. But I'm really happy with how it's all played out. I think there is potentially a little bit disappointment in like they're not pushing Mayumi maybe as much yet, and it would have been really cool to see that Yuki Arai story play out and get all the way to facing Miyu Watanabe and losing to the wrestling idol with more experience. I think that would have been a really cool story. But it's been a fantastic show. 4 days of show, one after the other, which it's got to be difficult. It's going to be really difficult to do that. So big props to the entire roster of TJPW for that. And then we have the brackets for next week, I guess, for the next show. What are my predictions going to be here? So we've got Miyu Yamashita versus Mizuki. So Mizuki won the tournament last year. I think she won the year before as well. So that makes me think straight away that she's probably not going to win it 3 times in a row. I don't think that's happened yet. I feel like Miyu Yamashita isn't very good at tournaments. She's possibly, if not probably, the best wrestler on the roster, like hands down. I think she's amazing. But you look at the stats, you look at her tournament stats, she doesn't have the best of luck in tournaments. And I think this might be another case where that might happen. But because I think they're telling a story with Maki Ito building up to Wrestle Princess, hopefully, I'm going to say Miyu Yamashita wins this one. I think that's my prediction here. Yamashita beats Mizuki to go through to the semi-final. On the top right here, we got Shoko Nakajima versus Rika Tatsumi. This is going to be a great matchup, I think. I think the two of them are fantastic. I think that Shoko wins this one. I think Shoko's the slightly better wrestler of the two of them. Slightly, I mean, they're both great. They're both great. I think Shoko's traditionally done quite well in tournaments. I think maybe my prediction might have been different, or would have felt a bit different if it had been Hyper Mizuho here instead of Rika, but yeah, I think Shoko wins this one. I think Shoko could potentially even go the whole way in this one, but we'll see. So here we got Maki Ito versus Suzume. Yeah, I think Maki Ito wins this one, like easily. I don't think it'll be like a short match or a squash match or anything, but I think if you had to just ask me, blind, who's going to win this, Maki Ito or Suzume? Maki Ito every time currently. I think this is one of the biggest and most important years in Maki Ito's career, and I think she's going to make it all the way to the final, and I think she's going to win. It would be great to see that. It'd be fantastic to see that, and I really hope that's what they do. I hope Maki Ito wins, and then they build a program with Miyu Yamashita all the way to Wrestle Princess, and then the wrestle for the belt, because that would be cool. That would be cool. I think it's Maki Ito's time, given just her international superstardom now. Like she's come a long way. She's got loads of international fans. It makes sense for Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling to want to expand in that international market, and it looks like they have been with their partnership with AEW. And yeah, I think this is Maki's year, definitely. Maki goes through here easily. And then here we have Miyu Watanabe versus Yuki Aino. I think this one Miyu Watanabe takes easily again. Not to take any away from Yuki, I think Yuki's a great wrestler. But I think Miyu Watanabe, again, we could potentially see her in the finals. Like, if the finals isn't Maki Ito versus Miyu Yamashita, I think the finals will be Maki Ito versus Miyu Watanabe. I think Miyu is somebody who has been working her way up the card. I mean, she had a title match against Rika Tatsumi, which she failed to win the title in that one, but it was a good match. I think they've been putting a lot of faith in Miyu pushing her further up the card, and yeah, I don't see why not. So I think this is going to be a great show. This is in 3 days' time, and we have the rest of the card here too for the show. Looks like a fun show. So we have opens with a 6-woman tag match where we see Yuki Kamifuku, Mahiro Koyu, and Moka Miyamoto take on Mirai Mayumi, Pom Harajuku, and Kaya Toribama. This could be a good match. I think really good. Could be a good matchup. I think any chance that we get to see Kaya Toribama do her thing, spend more time in the ring, get some more experience under her belt, I think that's going to be great. I think Kaya Toribama is somebody who's showing just so much potential, a hell of a lot of potential. I think it's quite obvious that she's still fairly new, still quite green, but I see a lot of potential for her. I think she's great. I think she's got a really unique look and a really sort of unique offense as well for TJPW. I think it'll be fantastic to see her, put some more time in, get some more experience, and one day we'll see her move up the card. I think it's going to be great. Big fan of that. Then next up we have the 3-way match between Hyper Mizuho, Nodoka Tenma, and Haruna Neko. And this match has Hyper Mizuho in it, so it's going to be great. It's going to be fun. Hyper Mizuho always knows how to make a fun match. Like, surprisingly enough, I still have like my potential match of the year list. Still has the Hyper Mizuho versus Arasu Endo match from That's JPW on it, like the Arasu in Hyperland match, because it was just so different. Like again, Hyper Mizuho is somebody who really like fits into that category for me of somebody who just gets wrestling, who just understands that wrestling should be fun. Wrestling is all about telling a story. I think she's fantastic. If I had to make a prediction for who wins this match, then it's an interesting one. I think it could either go to Mizuho or Nodoka Tenma. I think Tenma's fantastic. Shame she didn't make it in the far as Yuki Aino in the tournament, but yeah, I think she can get some more wins under her belt. I think Tenma could win this one probably. Then we've got another 6-woman tag match, which is going to be Hikari Noa, Raku, and Yuki Arai. I guess sort of the team of up girls, plus Yuki Arai, taking on Nao Kakita, Marika Kobashi, and Arisu Endo. This should be fun again. I think Hikari Noa has just been on a tear. She's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Pairing with Raku, another wrestler who has also been just showing some really great stuff recently. I guess, taking Yuki under their wing in this match is going to be great, I think. It'll be exciting to see this one. And then to round off the rest of the card, we do have our 4 tournament quarterfinal matches, where, like I said before, I got my predictions. Miyo Watanabe, she'll go through in this one. Maki Ito, it's got to be Maki's, definitely. And then Shoko Nakajima. I think this one's so close for me. This one's so close. Like, I wouldn't be disappointed no matter who goes through here. Shoko is my pick, but I mean, they both deserve it. They're both fantastic. And then here, I'm going to say Miyu Yamashita for this one, but again, I think this could go either way. Just given that, like, Yamashita's history of tournaments, she doesn't have the best tournament win record. So I wouldn't be surprised to see her lose here. She's going to be my prediction that she's going to go through, but I wouldn't be surprised to see her lose here, or lose in the semi-finals even. I don't think she's going to win it. I think Makito will win it overall this year. But it's just been a really fun tournament. Just absolutely fantastic so far. Enjoying every minute of it. So that is my predictions for, I guess, the quarterfinals of the Tokyo Princess Cup, TJPW, 8th one and done this. So yeah, it was just a weekend of like 4 fantastic shows back to back. Everything was fun. 100% go check it out if you haven't seen it yet. Then we have the quarterfinals in 3 days time, and then we've got a nice 2-week break. We get the semi-finals and the finals in Kurikan Hall on the 14th of August and the 15th of August. So that is, I think that's going to be pretty much it for this week. I think a bit of a shorter episode. Like I say, we didn't get a brand new free match of the week this week from TJPW. It hasn't gone up on their upload schedule yet, but that is fine. And then, yeah, it's been a busy week of shows. Not a load in terms of news, sort of outside of the tournament, but it's been a fantastic, fun tournament. We have seen some more shows, some more card for the DDT Peter Pan show as well that's coming up. Obviously, we are seeing Hikari Noa from TJPW will be taking part in that, as will Maki Ito, on opposing teams in a barbed wire explosion death match. Noa finally getting her death match. I think it's going to be good. And then we also have a show coming up as well where we see Saki Akai take on her, I'll say, technically not quite her partner, in Mei Saruga. Let's see if I can find the announcement for that show. There we go. So we also have this on the 3rd of September. I think this is going to be a fantastic matchup here. We have Saki Akai and Rina Yamashita taking on Mei Saruga and Yuna Mizumori. I think this is going to be great too. Say a little bit of a way off. This one is the I Only Live Twice show. We haven't seen Saki Akai in TJPW. We've seen Mei Saruga in TJPW once, but there are 2 wrestlers that look a lot like them, but they usually team together. So it's going to be interesting to see if they're doppelgangers, I guess, for want of a better word. Have a good match where they face off against each other. So we saw Rina Yamashita come in and have that hardcore match, TJPW's first hardcore match against Hikari Noa, and that was fantastic. That was one of my favourite matches I've seen this year too. And then Yuna Mizumori, who we see as a Choco Pro, Gato Move staple. She's great fun. She's been making a few appearances for Gambare Pro and the Gambare Joshi show, and then also just in the Gambare Pro show she replaced Yuna Manasseh when Manasseh got injured. But yeah, I think they could be a really good team. We've seen them team together in Joko Pro and Gato Move before. but I don't think we've ever seen Saki Akai and Rina Yamashita team together. I think they could be a very, very dangerous team. A lot of potential for this match. I think this is going to be really cool. Like I say, it's going to be quite a long way off. We've got this one coming in on the 3rd of September. So yeah, some interesting things, exciting things to look forward to. I've made my predictions for the rest of the Princess Cup. So I'll catch you next week on the Tokyo Joshi Roundup. So a bit of a shorter episode this week. Next week, hopefully we'll have a bit of a longer episode for you and a brand new match of the week. If you enjoyed anything you'd like to see you've seen in the show, hit that follow button down below, or subscribe if you're on YouTube, watching this on YouTube. This is also going out on YouTube too. And hopefully see you again next week. That is 8 PM BST over on twitch.tv/peachgardenof. Also catch me on my personal social media. They're all flashing by here. That is currently the Magic the Gathering podcast that I do at whatever station, if you're into that. There's my Twitch, peachgardenof. There's also my Twitter handle as well. If you want to follow me on social media and get my live takes on any of the TJPW shows, you can do that. But until then, I'll see you next week on the Tokyo Joshi Roundup. See you later.